If your business has been up and down, but you're still not consistently cracking $20,000 months, I believe it's because of one of these three reasons. So in this video, I'm going to lay out exactly what they are. I'm going to show you which one you fall into and how to fix it, so that by the end of the video, you will walk away with a step-by-step plan that you can install to fix any of these problems. And what makes me qualified to talk about this? Well, I've been doing over $20,000 a month, far more than that now, for the past 10 years. And I've done it in three different arenas. First, I did it in the network marketing and affiliate marketing arena. I'm going to lump those together. Next, I did it in actually coaching those network marketers and affiliate marketers. And then I pivoted to my current venture where I'm helping coaches and consultants scale their businesses as well. And in addition to my own results, I've also helped over 200 coaches and consultants scale their businesses to 6 and 7 figures. So without further ado, let's jump into it. The first reason that you can't hit consistent $20,000 months, and I say consistent because you might have one here or there, but doing it consistently, one of the bottlenecks is that you're trying to do it all yourself. And I get it. Lately, this whole solopreneur thing, one person business, or what do they call it? Solo consultant, it's become glorified and it sounds sexy, right? I can do this all on my own, 100% profit margins. I don't have to pay anybody. But the truth is, no business runs on its own or just the founder. Take ourselves out of this coaching, consulting, info space. Just look at any other business in the world. None of them really run on their own, just the founder. And even if we say, well, we are in this space, Kay, this is what we do. We do the coaching, we do the consulting. If you're doing everything yourself, by definition, that's a job. What does that mean? That means no days off. That means days when you're sick, you still have to show up. Days where you don't want to do something or something comes up, you still have to do it. And there's no predictability. And essentially, who's the sales department? You are. Who's the marketing department? You are. Who's the customer service department? You are. Who's the virtual assistant? You are. Who's posting? Who's editing? You are. You are doing everything. And that reminds me, it takes me back to a time in 2021, crazy I remember that, when I was scaling my business up. And I spoke to a friend of mine who was helping me with some aspects of my business, Katie, and she'd asked me about an executive assistant. And I said, I don't have one. And she said to me, if you don't have an executive assistant, you are the executive assistant. And that stuck with me until now. Because at that point, I was doing $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a month, and I didn't have any assistant. It was just me doing it myself. And I was making a good amount of money, and it was sustainable until it wasn't. So I was just working around the clock, signing clients, making sales, fulfilling for clients. And if something happened where I wasn't able to show up for a day, a week, or a month, it all would have fallen apart. And this is probably not why you got into this industry. You probably wanted some kind of freedom. And even freedom aside, you need predictability and consistency in business to make that happen. So with me, I was going up past that $50,000, $60,000 a month mark. And I'm trying to remember exactly. I think I hired my first assistant when I was doing 65, 70K a month. And so, yeah, at that point, it was just crazy. And then that's where I moved on to just me and the VA doing over 100K a month. And even then, I should have expanded a little bit more and had a bit more systems and predictability in place. But make that leap sooner than I did. And before I get into the second reason, we actually give our clients the exact systems to install to generate leads, convert sales, and deliver client results so that they're not the bottleneck of their own business and starting every week from scratch. So if you want to snag a copy of that from free, just simply find me on Instagram at @ksomg, DM me the word systems, and I'll shoot that over to you. Okay, back to the video. The second reason that you can't consistently scale to $20,000 months is that you don't have any systems or leverage. I see a lot of coaches tell me about burnout, and they think burnout comes down to working too many hours. I completely disagree. Firstly, you shouldn't need to work that many hours to get to 20K a month, but I don't think it's from working that many hours. I think it's from solving the same problem over and over and over again from scratch. That's what I think it is. So if you think about puzzles, I don't know if you do puzzles, I don't really do puzzles, but I used to do them with my mom when I was a child. Now imagine you're doing the same puzzle. Okay, let's say you're doing the same puzzle every single day. You would develop some kind of system, some kind of framework, whether it's starting from the corners or recognizing this piece of the puzzle like an image, and you would do things that way. Or if you're driving to the same location, I was going to say GPS, but you probably wouldn't need it, but you would know where you're going. That's what you want to do. But most coaches, what they're doing is they're starting the same problem every single day from scratch. So when they're having conversations, they don't have a framework. If they're making sales, they don't have a framework. If they're trying to get testimonials, case studies, they don't have a framework. Yes, every client is unique, every interaction is unique, but there are nuances that are going to be the same amongst all of them. So you need systems and you need SOPs, standard operating procedures, for things like conversations, sales, client results. And this is going to get you more predictability in your process. It's going to make it less annoying for you and you won't get burnt out because you're not starting from scratch trying to solve the same bloody problem all over again. And it's going to take you less time as well. So it's going to save you time and get better results. And again, let's take the coaching hat off for a minute. All businesses have systems. Think about a restaurant. They know what time they're showing up. They know what time they're opening, what time they're closing, what time people are cleaning, what time the rest of the staff are showing up. They have a list of ingredients. They know when they're ordering their ingredients. They know when their ingredients are being delivered. And so imagine you had systems like that in your business, where a good week was good, but a bad week was also good. You're going to have bad weeks. You're going to have things come up, but the restaurant continues to run and continues to run well. They put out food and they collect cash. That's what your business should be doing as well. So again, it's creating predictability, which is the whole theme of this, consistency over those $20,000 months or even more. And the third reason you can't predictably maintain consistent $20,000 months, I see it all the time, is you keep changing offer. Honestly, it reminds me of a gentleman who is actually running 3 kind of offers at the same time right now. He's doing life coaching, health coaching, and career coaching. And so when people see that, they don't know what to expect from him. Now, obviously, he's doing something weird where he's doing all 3 at once. So let's not use that example. But let's say you are doing one of those things for a while. Let's say you're doing health coaching and you post about health for 3, 4, 5, 6 months. And all of a sudden, you start talking about like life coaching or relationship coaching or something. What do you think people are going to think? Firstly, they don't know what to expect. They followed you for this and now you're posting about this. Well, what does he know about this? And then it makes them second guess. What do you know about that? You actually lose trust. And if you think deeper into the mind of your prospect, when they see you go from one niche to another, do you think that they think, well, you know what? He must be doing so well with that niche that's why he's talking about something else now? Or do you think they think it wasn't working out for him, that's why he switched? Good thing I didn't sign up with him. It's the latter. They're not thinking that you're doing well. They're thinking that you're switching because it's not going well. And then you lose trust. So if they were thinking about signing up with you, they're not gonna. And now you were talking about health and now you're talking about relationships. If they want a health coach, they're going with the person who's stuck on the path of health. They're going for a relationship coach who's stuck on the path of relationships. And, I love my analogies. I don't know if you live in a snowy place or not, but if not, you can imagine it, right? Thick snow and you've got a wheelbarrow. Can you imagine how difficult that is to wheel through the snow? But guess what? As you do it again and again and again, you start to develop tracks in the snow, and what was once difficult becomes easy. That's what happens the more reps you do. So when you've done 50, 100, 200, 300, 400 reps, you're creating those tracks in the snow. And when you switch niche, guess what you're doing? You are now forming a new path. And it is just so much more difficult. So the longer you stay in one niche, the easier it's going to be for you. And so I've actually switched niche. So let me explain how I did that and why I think I did it in the right way. So I didn't switch niche going from helping coaches to helping bricklayers lay bricks. I wouldn't have the first clue about that. But what I did was I started off in network marketing and affiliate marketing, got to around 20K a month there. And then I helped those network marketers and affiliate marketers do what I'd done. So I started coaching that niche. So it was switching niche, but it was more like a sideways movement. It was more niche adjacent. And then I coached network marketers and affiliate marketers, and I realized, well, hey, other people are building coaching businesses, and I've been able to run this up really quickly. People had asked me how I did that. I developed some systems for it. So then I'm in my current offer now where we help coaches and consultants scale. So again, niche adjacent. Would I have been further along if I stayed in my first niche? I don't know. I probably would have had a bigger following. But that's the evolution of business. You can switch niche, absolutely. But every time you do, you're creating a new track in the snow. So to wrap it all up with a bow on it, you need systems. You need SOPs. You need automations. You need to remove yourself as the bottleneck of the business. The business needs to run independently of you. So you need to have people, systems. It shouldn't all rely on you. Imagine you lose your voice. What's going to happen? So I've just given you the reasons that you can't maintain consistent $20,000 months or more. But even if you were doing all of this, none of it will matter if you're not getting consistent sales in the first place. So luckily for you, I made this video where I show you how to get pre-sold clients coming to you ready to buy. And so combine that with the strategies I just shared here, and you'll be flying. So go watch that video next and put these all into action.